Alright everyone, so let's go ahead and take a look at this document real quick. This is a business model outline for pocket/portable quantum operating system. So this is what I'm seeking $1 million investment for, and we will go over the outline for this business plan. So the executive summary is introduction to Quantum Company, which is my company. It's actually called Quantum Corporation, and its mission to revolutionize digital infrastructure with the quantum operating system, OS. The value proposition is to, well, hold on before you do that. Revolutionize digital infrastructure with the quantum operating system. So what that means, the big picture here is to eventually end up with a system that is completely secure and protected from what we call Web 2. Since Web 2 has already been weaponized and has AI agents loose on it. So think of it like in the Matrix, the Sentinels attacking, the humans. Except for right now, they're just attacking you and feeding off of you, and you don't know it because you don't have your guard up, you don't have your walls up. You think you do, but you don't. So the Sentinels are just draining you, right? So what needs to happen is we need to create this digital cocoon, if you want to call it that. In this case, it would be an operating system that these Sentinels cannot penetrate, but it's going to take a little bit more than just the operating system. It's going to take an entire infrastructure that this operating system is going to live in, and some things need to happen in 3D for us to get there. So before we can achieve this, we need to basically go this route and start here so that we can move forward and eventually reach the next goal, which is to raise the $1 billion. And I'll be getting into the value proposition and the all the details for that ask in another video. So moving forward, the value proposition emphasizes the unique features of the quantum operating system, such as enhanced security, decentralized finance, DeFi, and educational empowerment. So within this operating system, there's going to be components of this operating system that has a social aspect because we are a society, and so we need to collaborate. And then there's going to be an academic aspect to it, which is your level up. Like, it's like going to training school. If you want to play a game and you want to advance, for example, even in like those warfare games, you have to go through these like training camps, and if you're in sports, you go through the sports training camps, and if you're a fighting game, you have those fight training sessions, the sparring sessions. Well, the academic academy, the Quantum Academy, is that part of the ecosystem, and that is where you will interact with the universal credential accounting technology, which is where my research in academics and my research in credentialing came into play. So when you do these trainings in this academy, you will actually get credentials, and these credentials will essentially equate up to access for you to be able to get into different systems based on the credentials. It doesn't even matter who you are anymore. It only matters what you have the credentials to do. And so you're going to get these credentials from this learning academy, and that's what the educational empowerment is, because you don't have to worry about paying for school anymore. We will be investing in you to gain knowledge, to gain more skills, so that you become more self-sufficient. But you do have to do the work. That's something that, you know, I can't help you avoid. Unfortunately, I can take as much of the guesswork out of it, but you still have to do the work. I just took the guessing part out, you know? Anyway, so the highlight here is the need for secure, more efficient digital solution, right? And the economic impact of technical inefficiencies. So while we have a lot of infrastructural problems with our systems, you'll notice we have rolling blackouts with certain companies where you just can't access their networks. It's because their servers are down from the infrastructural problems that we're having. So part of we have a data problem right now, which a lot of people you won't even hear talking about, and that is that it takes massive amounts of computational processing to be able to send information across the world. And because the systems are so put together on all these different systems, and in some cases there's like 2 or 3 systems required for the data to flow, which just creates friction in the landscape of data processing. That's why you need to have these massive cooling centers or data centers, so you could be able to keep the computers cooled from all that inefficiency that they're churning out. And so you actually have to hydrate the computers just to keep them from blowing up on you. So anywho, pretty soon that will be something that has been figured out, and we will be implementing in the OS. But until then, we're just going to keep it moving. So the product description, this is the Qtm OS core features, enhanced security, blockchain based security for banking and asset management. So this OS is going to have, think of it like a navigation menu, and this navigation menu is going to be your access to different applications. And one of those applications will be the hub, or like the center of the OS, or your home, whatever you want to call it. I had this stuff figured out with another partner at one point until he went rogue on me. So not sure you know, if I want to go that route, then we had thought of a name similar, or I should say he had there was a name I wanted to use, and he just added a letter to it. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll just call them spheres. I like spheres. Spheres are nice. Anyway, so let's see here. We're gonna keep going. DeFi and integration, peer-to-peer transactions, smart contracts, and decentralized financial services. So in this operating system, you'll have a dashboard that will kind of give you your insights on where your finances are going. Think of it like a ledger management dashboard. So you can track all the different ledgers you have open and where those transactions are going. And it'll just be easier accounting because it'll just get added onto a single master ledger for you, consolidating all of those extensions of yourself into a single uniform like fashion or file, your own personal record. And that's what this will do. So let's see here. Oh, so smart contracts, yeah, you'll be able to add your own assets. So think of like you have something that you own outright, that you have title to. There's a process that will need to take place for the asset to get onboarded, which I don't want to get into now because it is a little complicated, but the process has been figured out. It just requires for me to open up another company for a whole different, maybe I already have that company registered, so I just have to take the time to like build out the function of the Identity Benefits Corporation, or I'm going to change that name actually. Anyway, so the point is, some other services need to be implemented that we'll have to get to at some point. But in the meantime, we're going to start off with the social aspect of the community, so like-minded individuals can start to connect with one another and start getting familiar with the tribe. We're going to have the OSs being made, custom made one by one. I don't have any branded flash drives, but what I'll do is I'll build a database of all of my early adopters of this, and whenever I do get the branded flash drive, I will send it out as a token of my appreciation and give you another one for free. Just take care of the I'll take care of the shipping, and send it out to you guys. If you guys want to get started right away, I can do the custom OS. I'll do one of these upgrades, for free once I get the branded ones. But anything in the meantime will be just a one-off transaction. I need to work on creating a infomercial for you guys, but anyway, I digress. Let's see here. So decentralized branded QR code management system. activates private communications channels, direct links to authenticated domains, and mapping. Okay, so that is part of the function of this system that I want to implement. I have the technology ready to go. I have the partners ready to execute this with, and it's just basically like another way of tracking engagement with way cooler metrics and the ability to create experiences from these QR codes. So the next thing would be platform integration. So the platform itself is the community. Well, the platform is the community. The OS is the protective shield around the community, and although you can navigate into the community from the traditional Web 2, the best experience will be had from within the operating system. At least that's where we can ensure more safety and privacy than if you were to not have the OS, which I may even just make it where you just need to have the OS to be able to access it, which would be the smartest thing, because then you could access Web 2 from within the OS and just use it as a gateway out through a VPN, protecting your location or in your identity by doing a bunch of IP swaps and stuff like that for the community through the OS. So anywho, moving forward, identity management, credentials, and reputation building based on the North American Industrial Classification System and occupational codes. So that is the universal credential accounting technology. That is the part where as you learn things, you will gain credentials. You will acquire these milestone achievements that get attached to your person or to your wallet, to your identity, and your credentials now become your gateway, your access to the outside world. And so again, we go back to, it no longer matters what your name is. We can preserve your identity, and just utilize the credentials of, oh, I belong to this organization here, I'm okay, it doesn't matter who I am, I just want your good or service, and you have a nice day. Now, and the occupational codes, the Bureau of Labor Statistics uses occupational codes for various industries, and so that is how we will be able to create the topology maps of these different identities, because you have different grades of welders, different grades of engineers, different grades of developers, different grades of architects, and all of these are different occupational codes, so they need to be specific. And so that's what that boils down to. Knowledge credits, engagement, and learning credits that users can redeem based on their understanding, verified through exams. What that means is, as you're learning, you're gonna get credits, you're gonna get value that you accrue, and then when you want to redeem it, you have to redeem it by means of taking a test, which is, did you actually get the knowledge that you needed to from this, or did you pay attention to the key points of this information that was going to make an impact in your life, and how well did you understand that information? And based on that type of, like, based on other things too, like, I'm not going to give you all the sauce, but based on these things, you will get a percentage out of the possible total understanding, which is 100%. And whatever that percentage is, then that's how much you'll be able to redeem. I see you, buddy. My My local raven is just swooping down to say hello. So it says here, oh, and then the engagement stuff, that's part of the social network. So when you're part of the community, you start liking, commenting, sharing, you're going to accrue karma, and there's a whole formula for how that's going to work. I totally encourage you to go and watch the Quantum Ecosystems Mechanics video, which I will add a link in the description if you want to make it easy for you. And until I get a handle on how to use YouTube better, because I just started on this platform putting up videos, then I might be able to learn how to embed some of these links into the video. But some of these things are just time that I feel like I could probably use some help in that arena, which luckily my buddy B, love him very much. He's doing a great job. Want to give him a shout out. Alchemistic Productions, and you guys should totally check out our new series. It's called The Quantum Alchemists. And all right, that was brief commercial break from our sponsors. Anyway, so device compatibility, quantum operating system available on a dedicated device, operable via an intranet with a VPN gateway to the traditional web. So basically that is the man, I just went blank there. Hold on a second. That is the device. That is the thumb drive. I will have, to start, I only want to do 2 options really. 500, I believe it's 512 gigabytes, and then 1 terabyte flash drives. I don't recommend getting anything smaller, because if you want to, have longevity and things like that, then I would say, make it something where like you can store enough data on there that you don't have to upgrade so quickly. I personally like to store all my stuff on terabyte drives. It's like back in the day when you used to have 1 gigabyte. Well, 1 gigabyte isn't exactly all that in a bag of chips these days, so I recommend the 1 terabytes. Anyhow, moving forward. All right, so y'all are getting into the nitty gritty now. Yes, there will be charges for licensing to enterprise and educational institutions. So if you want to partner up, then reach out, and let's make this really simple. When you come at us, please come correct with credentials, with letterhead, with crossing the T's, dotting the I's. These days I get a lot of jokers that want to just take me for a ride and waste my time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so anyway, moving forward. Subscription models, monthly or annual subscriptions for individual users and businesses for premium features and continuous updates. It's not going to be a lot, guys. It's going to be maybe $10, $20 a month. Don't quote me on that, but that's going to be the probably the lowest we'll be able to bring it. I mean, honestly, like if we can do it for free, we can do it for free for a period of time. I need to talk with my partners, because there's a lot of different moving parts and all this stuff. So we have to find a way to subsidize or offset the cost of eating that maybe first year or 5-year introduction. But we'll see. Keep your fingers crossed. Custom solutions, additional fees for custom integration support, bespoke solutions for large enterprises. That's going to be like if you want a dedicated team to help you, build stuff. Otherwise, we're going to open source this puppy, and you'll be able to tap in and do what you want to do, especially for the community out there. Think of it like a GitHub repository. And and you guys will be able to build solutions, and there'll be a process of adoption to the system, to the ecosystem, to the network, after rigorous testing and code reviews. Then we can talk about, you know, making these solutions live. But in the meantime, I'm going to be very I just need to protect the integrity of the project. So we'll figure out how we're going to make this available for you guys to start building on top of it here pretty soon. Data marketplace, allow users to offer their data to corporations for a fee as a subscription, eliminating middlemen. Yeah, so this is kind of like the reasoning for all this stuff is, I don't care to sell your information. I just want you to not have to worry about needing to do that, needing to sell your integrity, which is the wholeness of you. Right? If you forsake or you give up a part of you in exchange for value, for energy, right? You're giving them your wholeness, which is your energy, and that is the real thing that counts. And in exchange, they're giving you a depleted version of you, which is the money that you get from the data that you give them. So anyway, like it gets a little bit like esoteric from there, and we don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now. So the point is, you want to be able to have control over your data. I don't want control over your data. And so this is our goal here. If you want to sell it and you want to just give it all away, then you can do that too. Like, that's up to you. Target market analysis, enterprises, financial institutions, large corporations needing secure digital solutions. I mean, let's just say that you had billions of dollars in the bank, in many banks, and you know that today's inefficiencies and our current standards equates to between $9 and $11 trillion a year lost to hacks. Right? And you got billions of dollars in the bank. That means nobody's safe, right? Nobody's safe. So that should be all of you guys wanting secure and digital solutions. All of you. Educational institutions, schools, and universities focusing on cybersecurity and digital literacy. Really, like any educational institutions out there looking to actually improve the quality of life and give truth to the masses, yeah, reach out to me. We can have a chat. Individual users, tech-savvy individuals and professionals seeking secure, decentralized digital environments. I realize that a lot of you aren't very tech-savvy individuals, and that's okay. I'm trying to simplify it as much as possible so that it's just a plug-and-play solution. You just take your flash drive, you plug it into a USB, you then turn on the device. It should boot right into your quantum operating system, and you navigate that from your computer, from your laptop, and then the next thing I want to do is to create an extension onto that USB that would plug into like a mobile device, so that you can actually boot it up from your cell phone and have access to the network through your phone. It'll just, basically take over the hardware in your device and operate as a quantum OS connected to the network. Do what you got to do, and then you unplug it, go back to your normal boot, and keep it and call it a day. Anyway, so market size. Yeah, it's 1% of the Linux and Microsoft market share. I just want to do 1%. Like, if I can get 1% of the people to adopt it and be a part of this community, this new tribe, like, we've got it made. Like, that 1% is going to take care of the rest. We don't need to really do too much marketing besides giving our life testimony, saying how great life is on the other side of the fence, where the grass is greener. So the competitive landscape, I mean, there's definitely some contenders that think they can compete, but I haven't even gotten started yet, so I doubt they're gonna really be able to pull off the system of a lifetime, right? And it's taken billions of dollars in research and hundreds of people's, maybe even thousands of people's and teams to try and figure out what I'm delivering to you. And you get it all right here in just one little nutshell. So kudos to you if you're still following along. Go-to-market strategy, product launch, phase launch strategy, starting with beta testing and early adopters. That's you guys. Marketing and sales, that's you guys. Digital marketing, utilize online platforms, social media, and tech forums to reach target audiences. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We've got all that figured out. Partnerships, collaborate with financial institutions, educational bodies, and tech companies for strategic alliances. Already got that in place. We could use more. So if this is you, look through the platform and find out how to reach me, or find me on social media, reach out to me. Come correct though. All right, community building. Foster a community of like-minded individuals through engagement and content sharing incentives. Yep, pretty much that's what the tribe is, the Quantum Tribe. So that, you know what, you should reach me out on LinkedIn. There you go. That's how you guys can do it. Reach out on LinkedIn, and then I get to see what you do and who you are and all that good stuff. A little bit of credibility helps. Go to market strategy. Oh yeah, so I am at partnerships, community building, customer acquisition, strategies for attracting and retaining customers, including introductory offers and referral programs. Oh yeah, so the cool thing is that once you become a part of the network, there will be a affiliate program, so you will get a percentage of anyone and everyone that you refer to the network for the lifetime of the account. So it's going to be a shared ecosystem anyway, so all of your engagement on there is essentially creating value. So a percentage of all of the value created will be distributed amongst everybody. So yeah, operational plan, development team, detailed structure of the software, the development team, including roles and responsibilities. I've already got a team in place for that. Infrastructure, technical infrastructure required for development, deployment, and support of the Qtm OS. I've got teams ready for that on two different sides of that coin. Compliance and security, ensuring Qtm OS meets regulatory requirements and industry standards for cybersecurity and data protection. That I have a few companies in mind that I want to work with, but also I want to develop the team in-house that will handle that for us. So in a way, we want to kind of groom our own, and then create a legal team that will basically do lobbying for us at the political landscape, and will just fight for the different things that we want to fight for, you know. Financial plan, startup costs, initial costs for development, marketing, and operational setup. That's what the $1 million is for. Revenue projections, estimated revenues based on licensing fees, subscriptions, and data marketplace transactions. Yeah, but licensing is going to come from having partnerships. Once we have the system built, we can take some pre-orders, and again, you know, we can do contingencies on these orders, you know, where, you know, we have a time frame to deliver and all this stuff. So anyway, so break-even analysis, number of units needed to be sold to achieve break-even. So the number is 10,000 units. 10,000 units gets us $1 million recovered, so the initial investment is covered. So if we get 1 million people to buy it, let's just say we get 10,000 people to raise $10,000. Okay, and that equals $1 million. And those 10,000 people now will recover the difference of anything that let's just say that we get 1 million people to purchase the device. So 10,000 people invest $10,000 and we get 1 million people to invest in the device. Now that's a 10,000x from $1 million, which I don't even know what that number is, but it's a lot of zeros. That's all I'm saying. So depends on how much you believe, right? That this is all possible. I'm just the architect that's walking you through how I would do this stuff, you know. Oh, so that what that $1 million does is there's a 1% equity pool. So if we get 10,000 people to put $10,000, that 1% equity will be divided amongst those 10,000, and that will be like revenue share for them for however long, you know, for however long they want to, until they sell their share. Like, you can sell it if you want to. I don't know who would want to, but you're welcome to. So there are some technical risks, potential technical challenges, and mitigation strategies, which I didn't just get here by not figuring out how to make stuff work. So I'm not worried about that, not one bit. Market risks associated with market adoption, competitive responses. Yeah. I mean, the ultimate thing is that people are going to need to adopt this newer frame of thinking at some point. So, and it's not only that, but it's like, why would you not want to adopt something that pays you to be a participant, as opposed to something that only takes from you to participate, which makes absolutely no sense to me. Anyway, so moving along here. Market operational risk related to operational execution and resource management. Yes, that is a risk that we run with not having competent parties, people that are able to deliver on the things that they talk about. That is a operational risk in any industry. So I don't want to get held up there. Conclusion, summary, recap of the business model, emphasizing the innovation and potential impact of quantum operating system. Okay. Yeah, recap of the business model. So if this doesn't sound innovative, I don't know what world you're living in. And the call to action is to invite you and investors and stakeholders to join the quantum company, quantum corporation, in revolutionizing digital infrastructure with the quantum operating system. And just so you're all aware, this outline provided a comprehensive structure for quantum company's business model focused solely on the quantum operating system, highlighting its features, revenue streams, market opportunity, and strategic approach. We did not get into the platform. We did not get into the infrastructural part of things, because it is a separate service which will require a significant amount of more investment and more participation. So this is just half the battle. Once we prove this, then I'm sure we can get more participants to jump on the bigger ask, and we will leave it at that for now. So thank you guys all if you made it this far into this broadcast. You are an amazing soul, and I look forward to seeing you guys at the top.